Hello and welcome to another very interesting episode of the program Guest of the Week. Now, on Guest of the Week, as we all know, we bring you very interesting guests, as it were, people who have cut an edge, carved a niche for themselves in their various professions. Today won't be an exception, and we're glad to have a lady with us here today, and not just a lady who has experience in, if I should say, making you happy, or making you realize your dreams, your happiness, and whatever it is, and putting a smile on your face. You might be wondering what kind of lady that is. She's not a banker, and neither is she a lottery, she's not into lottery or all those things. I know that probably will put a smile on your face, but when you get to hear these, you'll understand that health is actually wealth. You'll meet my guest after the break. Don't go away.
Government has no business with business.
TV to actually explain what exactly the British government.
Without peace, without security, nothing else happens. You can't even go to a mosque or church.
We have a lot of work to do, and we are determined to continue with our focus.
We wear our thinking caps and work for the people.
That's what the government should do. Provide facilities and infrastructure for the people so that they can develop themselves.
Yes, welcome back, and it's Guest of the Week. In case you're just joining us, you're right on time. My name is Ibrahim Lawal once again, and join me to welcome our guest for this week. She's a cosmetologist, and her name is Patience Johnson. Patience, am I right about that?
Yes.
All right, you're welcome. And you came in from Germany.
Yes.
All right, you're a Nigerian, and for how long have you been in Germany now?
For 28 years now.
28 years.
Yes.
Okay, I was actually thinking, it's not morning now, it's afternoon, but good, what would I say now?
Good Nabend.
Nabend.
Good Nabend.
Nabend.
Yeah.
That's afternoon.
Good evening.
Or good evening, whichever way you want to put it. But what about, how do I say good afternoon?
Good afternoon. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Yeah.
So I should say guten Tag.
Yeah, Guten Tag.
All right, and how do I say welcome?
Willkommen.
Willkommen.
Yes.
All right, so you watching and Patience, our guest. Can you say that word again?
Willkommen.
Willkommen on Guest of the Week. All right, so much of German been spoken there. Let's get to the business of the day. And as you see, she's a cosmetologist. And can you tell us a bit about yourself? How you started? You were obviously not born in Germany. You were born in Nigeria. What part of Nigeria are you from?
I'm from Arochukwu, Abia State.
Arochukwu, Abia State. Wow, interesting.
I left the country at the age of 17, 18. Let me say 18.
Wow.
Just getting to 18 years, I left the country.
Why did you leave?
Yeah, I think to search for greener pasture.
That's what they call it. So, but you were supposed to be in perhaps secondary school back then?
Yeah, I just finished. Actually, I wanted to study medicine here in Nigeria. Then Abuja University was still under construction, and there was no medical department then. Okay, there was one, but there was no lab. So my people decided that you can't study medicine without laboratory where you. So that was how I left it. They said, okay, you should go abroad.
But there are other universities in Nigeria that had labs, and you could do medical studies there.
Yes, it's true. It's true. But I think it was just God planned it that I should live there.
You were destined.
Yes.
All right.
That's a good word.
That's the way to go about it. Now, when you got to Germany, what happened? I really want you to take us. I mean, we've left your background where you schooled and all that, but let's just look at, when you went there, was it really greener?
It was horrible, I would say.
Really?
Yeah. If I'm to
tell us about it.
If I'm to have the chance today again, I won't want to go, but I believe, we have a wrong picture of what is happening over there. But I think if one can really concentrate and take advantage of what we have here, I think we can also be better than going over there.
Okay.
Because getting in there is lack of frustration. I was disappointed because I expected, just like what we usually see on the television, I expected to see big building, New York kind of, Frankfurt kind of, but unfortunately I landed in a small town. So the disappointment was there. I asked myself, is this really worth it? Then another stress was the language. You're speaking English, and I think every number 3 person you ask a question, they can't even answer you. They will tell you they don't speak English. So that
How would they tell you that?
they will tell you English, kind English. They will just tell you kind English.
Kind means no English.
Yeah, that means no English. You understand? So it was a bit frustrating. So this alone the struggle of learning the language, but I was determined. You know, I have something in my mind going there, and I really want to be exclusive and excellent. You understand? So I said, okay, if you really want to stay in this country, definitely you have to integrate. And I have no other choice than to start learning the language. You see, so that was how I started learning the language, through people, communication, reading books, watching their German television instead of the English channels. So from there, I started doing so many jobs, you know, cleaning of toilets.
You did that?
Oh, I don't need to count how many toilets I cleaned in Germany for you. You know, I left the country as a housemaid. I left Nigeria as a housemaid because all my life I've lived serving people. So it wasn't that horrible experience for me, and I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. So for me, it was a normal life. You know,
yes.
And I enjoy doing it.
Now, there's something interesting about you, Patience. A lot of Nigerians would not want to reveal this part of them.
Yeah.
Why did you?
I have to, because I came back extra for this. I came back to preach this message that wherever you find yourself in life, that's not the end station. That's not the bus stop. That's not the last bus stop. You understand? And I believe that while I was cleaning those toilets, God was preparing me for something bigger. And you have to be faithful with the little. And if God sees how faithful you are with the little, that's the only way God can promote you. You understand? Like the people I served in their house when I was in Nigeria, I had a broken head here, where the wife of my uncle hit me with a hot spoon on my head. But you know the funny thing, my first salary in Germany, I sent it to them.
Wow.
You understand? I said, I thank you for not being nice to me, but I cherish that at least you clothed me, you housed me, you fed me. These are the 3 most important things. Even your enemy cannot do to you, but if anybody does it to you, you have to appreciate it. So what I passed through in their hand prepared me for the leadership I had. You see, I got a lot of awards all over Europe, America, leadership awards, selfless and excellent leadership awards, corporate leadership award. All these awards wouldn't have emerged if I was a bad servant.
There is a lot to learn from you, Patience, and I really appreciate the fact that you came out, you know, openly to say this is what I went through and this is who I was before what I am today. Now, as a cosmetologist, who really is a cosmetologist?
A cosmetologist is something that is somebody that takes care of the skin, recommends cream for the skin. In short, I call it a wide course, because inside cosmetologists you find a dermatologist, you find a aesthetic plastic surgeon, you find a nutritionist. In short, you can expand it if you really know what you're doing. And I took that opportunity after studying cosmetology. I went in for dermatology, plastic aesthetic surgery, and then business management and apparatus, which allowed me to build my own machines. Like all the machines that you see at Derma Contour, all belong to me, all the anti-aging machines, even the new trend that we brought in Nigeria now, the liposuction, that's fat reduction machine that is a laser technology that we use to remove fat.
You built them.
I built
When you say
them.
you built,
Yeah.
how do you build? You own the resources, you own the materials?
I own the materials, I own the name, Derma Contour, I own the research, I screw the machines. I remember when my mom came to Germany and she saw me screen the machine. She said, I thought you were a doctor. You never told me you are a mechanic. You know, so I told her that it's part of the job. So I'm the one that is all my own innovation. I sleep and I draw machine and I start producing. So like since we've been in Nigeria now, we've been removing fat from people, you know, without
All right.
hurting
Yes.
the skin.
All right. We'll get to that. Now, I'm more concerned about you know, your portfolio here now. You're a cosmetic professional landlady, and then of course you're a cosmetic manageress, the first African woman to possess this title, you know, from Germany. And then, of course, beauty industry entrepreneur, specialist in building anti-aging machines for, you know, various other, you know, an inspirational and motivational speaker. Tell us about that.
Inspirational, motivational speaker.
You just inspired me now.
Yes.
Basically.
From my life is a story. I can go on writing books, writing so many books about my life, my experience. But one thing I get to find out is that those things I called struggles then were actually a stepping stone to my success. They were the stone I needed as foundation.
The spur.
To be where God is taking me to be. If I haven't passed through those hard times, if I haven't met those bad people that maltreated me, that abused my kindness, that, you know, I wouldn't have been where I am today. So that's why it's like a boxer or a wrestler. You know, at the time when you're watching them, you will be asking, they are pumping him, they are hitting him, and he's not even feeling it. Those things, they prepared for it. You know, they are used to those pain. So, and that's all those things that I went through in life made me to build people. You know, it's like when I have people, sometimes during my consultation, they came for skin treatment, but we ended up talking about marriage, talking about their self, talking about yourself, low self-esteem, which I find is the biggest problem we have in Africa today. So it's all these things, because of what I passed through in life, I could understand people's story better than when I read it just for it.
So from experience.
Or just say I'm a psychologist without experience. It doesn't work. In order for you to help people or to motivate or inspire somebody, it has to come from the inside. You must have gone through that. And there is, I've went through a lot in my life that there is no story anyone can bring today that I will not say, I know this story.
So it's not like a mechanic being a chief medical director.
No.
All right,
No.
I understand.
Yeah.
Now, apart from being an inspirational and motivational speaker, which of course you have laid emphasis on right now, you also are an author.
Yes.
You've written books.
Yeah.
Just one book or two books, or how many?
I write for some magazines, but my main book is Why Does an Orderly God Allow Disorder, which I wrote in 4 languages: my German language,
Spanish,
and Latin.
Why not Igbo?
I
Or Yoruba or Hausa?
Don't forget that I'm an entrepreneur. I don't have market for Igbo.
This is coming from you.
I don't have market for Igbo, and I think my publisher will say, no, let's go for where we will sell at least the first day that we make at least 500,000 pieces, you know.
So you are an international figure.
Yes.
Tell us about your international status.
My international status, the first award I got, Professional Beauty Award, was actually from America, from American AAM, American Academy of Micropigmentation, for the innovation of lip pigmentation that I did in 2000 and I think 2002, 2003. That was the ever first award I got. I think that was even what pushed me into the market, because I was known mainly for that micropigmentation. I use it to reconstruct a cancer's breast. That's after the operation, we reconstruct this breast, and then I implant the breast nipple. So you make it look, it's aesthetic, looks, yeah,
okay,
look, yeah, it's aesthetic, it looks. You would think it's a natural one, because my colors I do choose to match, you know, and like my lips, we do it permanent too, that I think for 10 years you will still have your color there. The eyebrow that I have, or the eyeliner, all the short, the micropigmentation was the ever first specialist
All right, just a little. I've always wanted to ask this question.
Yeah.
Botox. What is
Yeah.
Botox?
But Botox, for me, I call it a kind of poison, but we use it to expand the not really the lips. You know, sometimes people have saggy skin. Okay. So you use it to lift, to kind of facial lifting, or just to, you know, to put kind of how do I say, lively flare on the face. But I don't do such things. Why? Because true, I try to be natural in all my work. Even what I do in the clinic when I'm reconstructing skin, I just take your natural collagen and fill in the dead tissue. I don't really go on all this artificial stuff. I do tell people.
Botox is artificial.
Yeah, it's artificial.
And it's fashionable.
Yeah,
a lot of international stars.
Yeah, it's artificial. It fades after 6 months. Yeah.
Just 6 months?
Yeah, but there's another alternative to Botox we call Restylane.
Okay.
So you can Restylane stay longer. I remember I worked with Restylane a little bit before I repented that I really want to focus on allowing God to inspire me, and it has made me exclusive in the field.
All right, I'm going back to your international status.
Okay.
After America, where else did you?
My Germany. My country, Germany.
Have you nationalized in Germany?
Yeah. I'm a German citizen.
Okay. But are you saying my country, Germany, meaning you're no longer Nigerian?
I'm a Nigerian. Why not?
You have dual citizenship.
Yeah. When I got my German pass, we were not allowed to have dual citizenship.
Really?
Yeah. So I need visa to come to Nigeria. I applied for residence permit. They said I have to marry a Nigerian in order to have a residence. Yeah, to have a residence permit here. And now I think since 2 years now.
So did you do that?
No, no.
So how did you come in?
With visa.
Okay.
Yeah, they know me at the Nigerian embassy. So when I send my passport, it doesn't take 24 hours. They send it back with the visa.
This is legal.
Yeah, it's legal. No, it's legal. Yeah.
All right.
I'm representing Nigeria and Germany, so they help me to.
Okay. Now, so we know now that Patience Jonathan is now a German.
I'm Johnson, not Jonathan.
Johnson. Yeah, and you know, I've been practicing that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I really am. All right. So now, you also got in Germany. Tell us what the nature of the award being.
In Germany, I got a corporate leadership award, German champion makeup. I have to translate German to English now. So
okay.
Yeah, so it's always.
You speak better now after 28 years.
I speak German. I think German and I translate it in English.
So you speak German better?
Yeah, I speak German. I have an academy in Germany. I teach in German. I teach in the universities in German. I teach in the, I build ladies, I do workshops, I do conferences in German. I speak more German. Even in my family, we speak German. My children speak German.
All right. That's really sad. I feel like saying brain drain.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
With the English? No, I still speak English. Okay, it's not really, my English is not so good, but I do apologize to people. Even when they come to the clinic, I said, I studied medicine in German, and you coming to operate in English. For me, it's struggle, but I still get the words together.
We can understand each other.
Yeah.
I can comprehend some of the things.
Yeah,
most of the things
yeah.
Except when you go medical.
Yeah.
I have to think twice.
Yeah, you see.
Right. So, what exactly is your status in Germany now? Your country, adopted country now. How big would you say Patience Johnson is?
Ask Google.
Ask Google.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you don't want us to hear from the horse's mouth. Just a bit.
I would say, I think if you count the first, let me just say 5.
Cosmetologists.
The first 5 for cosmetologists, at least my name.
Top 5.
For me, I see myself as number 1 in the whole Germany, because what I have, nobody have it. You know, I went extra mile in my studies. You know, I can operate, I can treat, I can recommend, I can produce I have my own cosmetic line. I produce my own creams and my own cosmetics. I have my own machines. So if you come to me, you have skin problem, I have the experience, the qualification. I've been, this month is making it 20 years that I'm in the field.
You started.
So you understand, so I have all the materials that you have, but maybe you find a cosmetologist in Germany, they still come to learn from me. They still come to my academy to learn the new treatments that I innovated, that I introduced, because they don't have it. So, and after you learning it, you have to buy the machines from me. Even the colors that you're using or the needles. So I think, I don't really want to boast, but I think...
so let's just say top 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you were voted 2 times Best International Tutor of the Year.
In the United Kingdom.
In the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
So we're talking about Germany, US,
Yeah.
UK,
Yeah.
Wales. What about Spain?
No, I never have this to go to Spain. Yeah.
Why?
I don't really know. I've been all over the, okay, not all over, all the country, but I've traveled a lot in Europe too, but Spain, even, I had students that came from Malaga, and they said, oh, why not come and take a week holiday? We pay for your hotel, this, but I never, you know, nothing has really...
Inspired you.
Yeah.
All right, now, for the benefit of those who are watching at home,
Yeah.
this was trying as much as possible to limit our interview, you know, to the scope of professionalism. Now, how would you rate, you've been to America, you've been to UK, you've been to Germany. Which do you say favors Nigeria to leave it, Nigerians to leave it?
English-speaking country.
Because of the language?
Because of the language.
UK, America.
Yeah, at least you have that advantage. I have a lot of people that ask me, oh, can you not help me to come to Germany in this? I told them, I said, I want to save you the pain, because German language is a language that you can't even translate German and English. True, they are 2 different words, they are 2 different language. Like if I want to ask you now, how are you? You know, and I ask you, wie geht's dir? So, and if I want to translate that word that I ask you, I'm asking you, how going you?
How going you?
Yeah, and
So
that's...
there's no direct translation?
No, it's not direct translation. It's not like when you can speak Latin, you can speak little Spanish, you understand? So you get some words that are, but German, you can't translate it with any language. It's very difficult, and the grammatic is difficult. In English, we have it's either she or he. In German, we have du, dir, dich. You know, it's complicated.
I understand and I accept.
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot argue because I don't know.
Yeah.
I know next to nothing. You know. Now, you're watching Guest of the Week, and it's really interesting because we'll take a break right now. My guest is still very much around, and when we come back, we shall look at so many other areas that will be of interest to you. Don't go away. All right, welcome back after that wonderful break, and of course, you can see some of the aesthetics surgeries that our guest here, you know, has undertaken. And you talked about a laser.
Yeah.
How do you? I know laser is like a beam. So you don't. How does it work, really?
It goes real deep to the 3rd layer of the skin. Actually, most of the success we have in the aesthetic industry at the moment is being achieved, I think, 80% with laser.
So in laser, you don't need to pierce the skin.
No, you don't need to pierce the skin. You don't need any surgery. You don't get any scar, unless it's done by a non-professional. Because nowadays we have a lot of people who just get the machine, maybe because they have money but are not experienced or even professionals, and they get the machine and they shoot the people, and then they get wrong result or the skin get burnt. But if it's handled by a professional, you can use it to do a lot of things. Yeah.
What exactly does a laser does? Does it stitch, or does it?
You experience a little kind of as if somebody is just flashing a light on you. We use it for hair removal, permanent hair removal, but you will need to go few sessions before you get rid of all the hair.
So the hairs won't grow?
Yeah, like the one we are doing now in Nigeria, we are removing fat. All this, they are, you know, big fat, something. So we try to use the laser. You just need to, you just need to plug it in. It melts the fat, and they go on our gym.
So there's no need to pierce the body?
We don't cut anything.
Those type of operations that we used to see where they cut a lot of fibroids and what about in the case of fibroid? In the case of fibroid, no. Fibroid, we've not developed any. I never concentrated on that because it's not an European sickness. Okay. You understand? Okay. It's like what our people. It's not a European sickness. It's not. Is because it African? I remember the first experience I had with a Nigerian lady that had fibroid. That should be 1990, 92, 93. Then I was in my second year. That she said she had fibroid. I never had that all my life, you know. And she happens to go to a clinic where they remove all her womb, you know, thinking that it's tumor. You know, that was my first time of hearing of fibroid. As time goes on, I started hearing that Ghanaians, Nigerians have fibroid, but I've never. So are you saying that Americans or Britons or Germans don't have? It will be hard to get a doctor that treats that. What causes fibroid? I don't know, because I never made any research. It's not my line, and I never, you know, it's like the stretch. It's a sort of growth. It's yeah, I think it's a tumor. I think the Europeans will more put it in the field of tumor. For me, I find it a miracle that Nigerian doctors still operate in this and operate very clean. Even I know some ladies in Europe that I tell them, if you want to do it, go to Nigeria, because they have good, wonderful specialists that operate in such. In Europe, I'm sure there will be mistake. Okay. Now, let me delve into this area. Talking about your profession. Yeah. A lot of women will find your profession very interesting. Yeah. They say looking good is looking good is good business. And in the cause of looking good, they overstep their boundaries. That's right. Especially in the areas of bleaching, whitening, yeah. You know, when really, I'm not asking you to tell us about the products. When really, or why would one want to bleach? Good question, because that's the question I keep asking them whenever they come to the clinic. I ask them, why should you wake up one day and then just decide to be somebody else that you saw on the television? Are you trying to tell me that God has made a mistake on you? But you find that when asking all these women, you see that low self-esteem is number one, inferiority complex, number two. I think white men has told them that your color is inferior, and they bought to that. And that's part of my mission of coming back to Africa to tell them that we are the people that God really blessed. We are the people with the brain. Unfortunately, we refuse to make proper use of that brain. Some women will tell you that African men love fair ladies. Some will even argue with me that if you're fair, you have better opportunities. So I keep asking them, please show me where those opportunities are, because all my life I've worked. I know I'm fair. I never bleached. All my life I never bleached. And you know, when I tell them that I use coconut oil, they don't believe it. Because everything I recommend to them now in the clinic is, I say, please, let's go back to nature. Nature is waiting for us. We've caused a lot of damage to our skin, because I keep reconstructing skin every day. They will call you and say they have stretch mark, and when they get to the clinic, it's not stretch mark.
that they have. What they have is torn tissue because those chemicals goes into the artery, expands it, tears the artery, and then render the artery useless. And the skin becomes dead.
Some have this green-colored vein.
Yeah.
Why are their veins colored green?
Yeah, it's the poison and the chemical that turns the green, yeah. Even sometimes it will just, they will just burst.
Why do they have black knuckles?
Yeah, they have black knuckles because knuckles is from nature. You can never bleach knuckle. So that's where you see that somebody is fake. Immediately they have that knuckle. So I keep asking them, why are you presenting the fake version of yourself? Because you rubbing cream, you using bleaching cream, you're not representing yourself. You're trying to represent somebody you saw on the television. These people are entertainers. They make their money from showing you their breasts or their body. You are not an entertainer. You are an African. And African ladies are meant to cover their body. For me, my body is my treasure. Everybody must not see it.
But you just confirmed now they are no longer an African woman.
No, I say carry my Africa along.
I need to bring your mind to something.
Yeah.
A lot of Nigerian women or African women want to look like a white man. They want to turn their skin white.
Yeah.
Only recently, I'm not sure if you have seen, I'm sure this video will tell you a lot, a foreigner who, let me turn down the volume actually.
Yeah.
A foreigner who, now we're just doing this very naturally.
Yeah.
This is the lady, she's a white lady,
Yeah.
who turned black.
Yeah, I think...
and increased her bosom.
Yeah.
How do you react to that? Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I think one of my friends sent it to me. You see, when I see such, I call it insane. You understand?
Should Africans be proud that at least someone is coming out to want to be black? Because I've never heard where a white person would want to be black.
You know, my patients in Germany, you know, when they come, they say, oh, I love your lips. I just wish I have your lips, you know.
Recommend Botox for them?
No, I don't even recommend. I do.
The other one?
No, I do. There's a technique that I developed. I call it. We call it multi-trepanic collagen actuation. You understand?
Can you run that by me again?
Multi-trepanic collagen actuation. Most of my repair technique, even if you have a wrinkle or this, I use that technique to repair it. What do? I take your natural collagen from your body.
Skin.
Yeah, it's what gives volume.
It's or the epidermis?
It's in the dermis.
It's in the dermis.
Yeah, you see, so my machine has a way of taking it and filling in those gaps, because what is wrinkle? Wrinkle is where the collagen slack. You understand, and the elasticity of the skin reduces. So what I do is I just use your natural collagen, fill it in, and collagen reproduces every day. So the longer, the better and the fuller. So you don't really need to inject Botox or Restylane in order to recover your skin, because what I'm doing is permanent for you and it's natural. You have your own thing from your own natural way. You don't need to inject any poison in your body.
So should we say that this particular lady, who is actually of, I think, South or North American origin, wanted to be black, even though they have blacks where she comes from, could we say that it's real, or it's just a mockery of who we are?
Well, you should not forget, in the world, in this generation that we are living in, wrong things sells more than, you know, there are people that are bored, they don't have any profession. Some people look for attention. This could be one of it. You understand? There are people that they can't stay without that attention. So maybe she wants to be a public figure, according to them, the way they call it, and she put up this. If you can check on in the media, in the social media, how many times she's been shared and this. She has gotten already the recognition she wants to get. So that could be number one. Number two could also be low self-esteem. It's not only in black man, but I think our own is excess.
It's in excess.
It's in excess. We overdo it.
We overdo it. We always overdo it.
We overdo it. And the Europeans, the Westerners, they take advantage of it. Because I remember 2007, I started this journey since 2007. I will come here, they frustrate me, they dupe me, I go back to Germany. But when I stay in Germany, my heart said, you have to go back home, do something with for your people. So if I come, I go, I come and go. But I keep asking myself, why should you be going there, wasting your money and coming back again? It's now that I'm here that I really see that there is a purpose for that. I talk to our women. I've even written churches, women conferences. Please allow me to come and talk to you, to tell you that you're beautiful the way God made you. You must not be like somebody you see on the television. And the funny part of it is that those people, they have their frustrations too. I don't need to tell you how many consultations I have, how many tears I've seen, where they are telling me their own problem.
Now, Patience Johnson.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
This is a good angle to go. Now, we at Liberty,
Yeah.
part of our CSR,
Yeah.
corporate social responsibility,
Yeah.
is to see how we reach out
Yeah.
to the populace.
Yes.
And our station is also northern oriented in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
We are regional leaders in the north, talking about the Hausa speaking community.
Yeah.
And I'm sure even people from the Hausa speaking community might have similar problems and issues,
Yeah.
that needs your attention, sort of.
Yeah.
Now, whether we're going to, because I know you definitely don't understand a word in, maybe you understand a word in Hausa.
Sanu.
Sanu.
Nakwana.
Nakwana.
Nagejia.
Nagejia.
Lafialo.
And what does that mean?
Lafialo is I'm healthy. I'm fine. Lafialo, I'm fine. Yeah. How is children?
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I should applaud.
Yeah.
Yes,
At least I speak more than you in German. Now I spoke Hausa more.
I actually forgot. I was learning German at the point. Yeah, but because you see, I'd never been to Germany.
Yeah, okay.
So
Okay.
you have been to northern states.
That's true.
So now, we want a situation whereby part of your motivation can be translated
Yeah.
to Hausa-speaking community.
Yeah.
Let them understand, because we have a lot of them
Yeah.
who probably have the skin problems. How are they going to overcome it? And of course, if some of them are thinking of changing their skin color,
It's not-
these are reasons why they should know. So I'm sure we'll work on something, as regards that.
Yeah.
But before we turn off that topic, I'd really want to hear more about conferences and workshops. How many have you done? And we can always look at organizing some more here in Abuja,
Yeah.
most especially, to be able to let people create that awareness.
Yeah,
for
it's
people.
very, very important. I believe, because when I could write another book on my journey to Nigeria. It has been struggle, but since July that I entered here, I find out that true, God wants to come back home. Because there is no day that I don't talk
Always
to.
looking at that home.
Yeah, you understand? Yeah,
Looking at that home.
you understand, because I shed tears every day, especially when our women comes to my clinic and remove their clothes. Some of them, tears will start running down my eyes, because when I see skin, when I see body, I will say, what is happening? But the funny part of it is that they concentrate on the outside, but the inside, we talk about infidelity in marriage. If the home is not clean, no man wants to stay there. Let's not just blame the Nigerian men for going outside to look for fun or anything. If it's not in the home, they look for it outside. That's what I tell them. I said, even if I'm a man and I see such body, I will not
Be attracted.
be attracted. So let's just face the reality. And that's what I try to preach to them every minute. Let's forget about all this bleaching madness, because a man that loves you for what you are carrying, for the giant in you, and not for your color. If a man is coming to you because of your color, then it's not a real man. And I have a lot of male friends that I ask them, I do interview them, what do you really check out in a woman? They will tell you, number one thing is character. Can the person present something on the table? You can't just waste your time bleaching your skin.
There's so many things to look at.
Yeah.
Can she cook?
Can she cook? Yeah, that's it. Because that's the honor most African women are losing now. They don't know that even the food you present to a man on the table brings him home. And now they allow Mr. Big, McDonald's, KFC to cook for their husband.
Maybe some men encourage that.
No, I don't think so. Nobody that. The thing is, they try to imitate the Europeans. We are not Europeans. You understand?
You and I.
Yeah.
You're
okay. By paper, yeah. By opportunity.
I like that.
You understand? But, I'm still proud of this, our African virtue, that my kitchen belongs to me. There's nothing like 50-50. There's respect for both parties.
But I've always been told that despite the fact that women take the responsibility of being in the kitchen, that it is not necessarily their responsibility, that the man can help.
It's not, but I'm old school when it comes to such thing. I grew up seeing my grandma in the kitchen. I grew up seeing my mom in the kitchen. I grew up in the kitchen, and I teach my children in the kitchen. Everybody cooks. Like my daughter, when we came in, she goes to the kitchen. They want to do this Nigerian style. The maid will come and they serve her. And they said, no, don't serve me. I know how to cook. She goes downstairs, make her breakfast, eat her food, carry her plate to the kitchen. You understand? She doesn't leave it on the table for everybody. It's a generational something. So my grandma created a good foundation for us, and we are following it. So if I don't serve food on the table, definitely she will get married and she will not serve her husband. So it's what she learned from me that she takes to her husband's home.
Hold your thoughts. We'll take another break. You're watching Guest of the Week, and it's interesting. Patience Johnson is quite an interesting person to talk to, and we'll be right back after this time out. All right, on the last lap of the program Guest of the Week, we're having fun. Patience is still here. Now, Patience, you are in town for how long?
I'll be till February, and I'll go for short, and I come. We've come to stay.
All right.
Yeah.
And I'm sure through Liberty, we'll get to see more of why you're here.
Yeah.
More of what brought you here.
Yeah.
And the services you want to render.
Yeah.
And I believe we'll be able to. But on a final note, tell us, how can the government also come in to help motivate people, to help create recreations and facilities that will help people not to go into such things?
Yeah.
Do we have enough clinics and hospitals that can treat such things?
No, we don't have enough clinics for such things, and the professionals are lacking, if I'm truthful. Actually, my intention of coming to Nigeria was to put up a beauty therapy academy.
That was to do that.
Yeah, it's still on the plan. It's still on the plan. Yeah, we want to. I want to build world champions, but I was a bit discouraged when I came in, because actually that was the #1 project we planned for Nigeria. But on coming in, there was a lot of. It's a long story about the project I intend doing.
You wanted to write up.
Yeah, you understand. So, but the thing is that I noticed that the people here, they don't really want to go to from the basics. Everybody wants to go to university, but not primary school. So I got discouraged because I can't deal with people that claim they know it all, and then at the background, you know that they know nothing. I'll give you a good instance. When you check out what our Nigerian makeup artists present online, that they are professionals, you will see that if you're a professional in the field, you will know definitely that it's not even elementary, because there was no elementary there. I think people go to the YouTube, watch video, watch magazine makeup that other makeup artists did, and they come and implant it on people's face. You don't make somebody up without the facial anatomy. You don't draw somebody's eyebrow without the facial anatomy. It has to suit you. But what you find out in Nigeria is that everybody has the same kind of eyebrow. And it makes them look more of a masquerade than a personality. You understand? You are making somebody up to bring out the personality, not to bring out a masquerade out of the person. So there's a lot of job to be done in this country. I'm hoping that the government will assist, like in Germany. I work with the federal government. They give people voucher. They come to my academy and study, and then they pay me my money. I send back the voucher. Yeah, you understand? So we equip them. The government pay. At least you push the people into the labor market.
All right, we'll help you push that.
Yeah,
definitely. Thank you for coming on the show, and we will help you push that.
Thank you.
That's a wrap for this week, talking about our guest of the week. Join us again next week for another interesting guest. Bye-bye.